Hello everyone, Zedipus Rex here, bringing you a game against eeveegirl22, taken at my stream a while ago, maybe like a couple of weeks or something, and it's a UU game, because I'm using the same UU team as I have done before. She's running some Hail, which is relatively interesting, so we should see how that rolls and see how this game pans out. So, she's going to lead off with an Abomasnow, obviously because her team is a Hail team, and she wants to get her weather up straight away, but I'll lead with Roserade. Thinking about it, I'm not quite sure why. The best lead would have probably been Registeel, but I'm kind of maybe thinking she could be Scarfed, and I want to judge whether she is Scarfed or not, so I'm going to go out to Registeel to check, and Registeel can take a Grass move, an Ice move, or, you know, it can just stay in while it protects, because it can't really do anything. I'm guessing Leech Seed is probably the main play, that or Hidden Power Fire, so she's going to go for the Leech Seed. I'm going to dodge it, thankfully, which is kind of useful, and get to set up my Stealth Rocks in the process. Stealth Rocks are going to be pretty big factor in this match. I see she has a Claydol, and I know that Claydol is going to be wanting to spin those rocks away at some point, so she brings it in here. I'm actually going to go for the Iron Head. I was contemplating Thunder Wave, but then I thought, you know, if Claydol does come in, that's going to sponge the Thunder Wave anyway, so it's better to just go for the solid damage, see how much it does, and does a little bit, so it's not too bad. But knowing that she's going to want to spin my rocks away, I want to keep those rocks on the field. I want to have them there for the whole game, because it puts a lot of pressure on her team. She has an Arcanine on this team as well, which is also Stealth Rock weak, so I'm going to go into Sableye to try the spin blocking. She's actually just going to go for the rocks, which is fine. I mean, rocks don't hurt my team a lot. The only thing is Darmanitan, which is going to take a lot of damage from rocks, but otherwise everything is neutral or resisted, so that's really not too big a factor. I'm just glad that she hasn't had the opportunity to spin them away yet. So I'm going to set up a sub with Sableye just to see what kind of set she's running, if she's running some physical offense or special offense, because you kind of run a mixed Claydol, I guess, with Earthquake and Ice Beam and stuff. It's generally special, but you can run mixed, I guess. I think I did that before once or twice or something, but I'm not quite sure. Anyway, at this point I'm thinking Will-O-Wisp may be a nice play to go for, because getting some extra damage on that Claydol would be nice. It obviously has lefties, so it's not going to be buffeted by Hail and stuff, because it won't lose HP from that. But she's actually going to make the nice play, predict my Will-O-Wisp to perfection, go into Arcanine to absorb it. But the thing with Arcanine is it can't really do that much to me in terms of, you know, killing me if I get recoil and stuff, and thanks to obviously Substitute being able to force recoil, I can just wear Arcanine down a little bit and just do a little bit of recoil damage while it tries to attack me. So I'm thinking here, try and go for the Confuse Ray. If she kills me, it's fine, because she's confused on the next time. It doesn't really make a difference, but she's going to over-predict, go for the Wild Charge. As you can see, I've sped this bit up a little bit because, you know, a bit of stalling and stuff. So that doesn't kill me. I'll live the Wild Charge, which is great. I guess Flare Blitz would have been the best play, because nothing on my team would like to take one, especially Flash Fire boosted, so I'm not sure why she's not going for it. But she over-predicts again, goes for Wild Charge again. I'm not quite sure why, but at this point I'm just recovering up, hoping for some confusion hacks. I don't get any confusion hacks at all. She's able to break through all three of them and Flare Blitz me to death, but that does come at a price, of course, in terms of the recoil damage. So now that Arcanine is relatively low, I can bring in Darmanitan safely and go for either a Rock Slide or an Earthquake. I'm guessing Rock Slide is probably the best move of choice, but I completely forget about Extreme Speed, and it actually manages to go for Extreme Speed, but I crit with U-turn, but she manages to hit herself in confusion, which is pretty terrible on her part. But then again, she hadn't hit herself in the previous 3 turns, so I guess it was 4th time lucky for me. But yeah, I do manage to take it out with a U-turn. I'm not sure. Yeah, I wouldn't have gone for the Earthquake or Rock Slide that early game. I knew a U-turn would take it out, so I just went for it, and it does kill it off, which is fine. So in comes Team Equinox, the Registeel, and at this point I'm thinking she definitely wants to spin away rocks now. They're really causing trouble to her team. So thankfully I have a second spin blocker, because I'm running 2 ghosts. So I go out to Dusclops, and she does spin when I predict her to do so, which is fantastic, meaning that she's constantly got that pressure throughout the entire match, always at her back, thinking, you know, I've got to get rid of these Stealth Rocks. So it's great to actually, you know, be able to stop that and be able to apply that pressure, because it just gives me the upper hand mentally and just in terms of strategy as well. So she's going to try for a Blizzard. It doesn't really do a lot to me. You know, I've got Eviolite, and Blizzard isn't stab or anything. I missed the first Will-O-Wisp, which doesn't really matter. It just loses me an extra turn, I guess, of getting damage. But at this point, Pain Split isn't the best option. She's going to take me down a bit more with Blizzard, but I'm not going to be gaining that much HP back in the process. I'm going to go for it anyway, because I mean there's nothing else I can do at this point. But she switches into a Bomber Snow, which is great because I'm going to actually take a lot more HP back from that thing than I would have taken from the Claydol. So that's going to turn out pretty beneficially. Dusclops still looking at a decentish HP level, so I know I can keep him for later on if I need to, and all the good stuff. But I'm going to predict him to her to Leech Seed at this point. The Abomasnow's a him, so he's going to Leech Seed the Abomasnow, and I go out to Roserade. I thought that was a relatively risk-free play, and I managed to Sleep Powder the Abomasnow as I you know, predict correctly, get the Leech Seed switch in and stuff. Because now Abomasnow's asleep and it's a target for whatever move I so choose to use. So I'm going to go for the Ludge Slom, the Ludge Blodom, Sludgom, the Bobom, Sludge Bomb, and it's actually going to kill the thing, which is great. So Abomasnow's out the way. It wasn't really a big threat because I had Darmanitan and stuff still with a Scarf, which is going to be, I mean, a Darmanitan's a huge factor in this entire game because Scarf Flare Blitz and Scarf Rock Slide can really tear through a Hail team pretty well. So in comes the Rotom Fridge form, bringing me some snacks here from the fridge, and it's going to go for the Willow. I wasn't quite sure what kind of Rotom this was, if it was running Scarf or if it was a defensive set, so I'm just going to go out to Registeel to kind of test the waters, as it were. And I take a burn, which isn't great, but I mean, I don't rely on Iron Head that much, so it doesn't make too big a difference. I'm just going to go for the T-Wave here, trying to paralyze the thing, but she's going to make the prediction there, go to Claydol, knowing that obviously I cannot really do anything to the Claydol apart from Seismic Toss it. So that thing does come in. We're both burned here, so lots of after turn effects going on. Lefties burn, hail, just everything everywhere. So I'm going to switch back out, not wanting to take an Earth Power. Going to go into Sauron, Dark Lord of Mordor, and hopefully either dodge a Rapid Spin or take a Blizzard or take an Earth Power, you know, one of those three. But turns out that she's actually going to get the Freeze, which is a giant pain in the ass. I know Blizzard has like a 30% freeze chance or something, so it wasn't all that unlikely to happen, but it's still annoying. It's still really annoying. But what it does do is it essentially forces her to stay in and kill me. That, or she's going to be switching and taking Stealth Rock damage, trying to kill me sooner. But by staying in, Burn is going to rack up and it's going to just eventually take her down to the point at which she's going to die from the Hail slash Burn. So it's all fine. I'm actually going to live on 18, and I think I live the Hail. I can't quite remember, but yeah, I live on 1 on the Hail, which is great because it allows her, after this turn, she is going to die, and we're both at 1 HP. I think I remember that she said in the chat that she was at 1 HP, so we were both at 1 HP, which is pretty epic, and both of us are going to die after Hail. She's going to kill me with Earth Power, but it doesn't really matter because it's a double down and both are gone. So it's fine. I know that Claydol now being gone is very, very useful because obviously Stealth Rocks can remain up for the remainder of the match. And Darmanitan's going to go to town here, going to Rock Slide this Rotom Fridge and completely destroy it, which is great. So I went for the Rock Slide because I knew she still had this Kingdra, and Kingdra obviously 4 times resists the fire move, so I'm not going to go for the Flare Blitz. So I stayed in, went for the Rock Slide. I'm going to go for the Rock Slide here, hoping that she's going to Dragon Dance or something, which would maybe allow me to outspeed, but I'm not quite sure because Scarf and stuff and space speeds, but I just decided to stay in, get that damage securely on her so that I can revenge with Roserade, which I think I'm faster with Roserade. Apparently not, because Kingdra is apparently faster than Roserade, and I didn't actually know that, so that's terrible, because now I just waste Roserade for no reason whatsoever, and that's a bit of a pain. It doesn't matter too much, because she has Frostlass and Kingdra left, and both of them would be able to take out Roserade anyway. I wouldn't be able to outspeed either of them, so it doesn't make a big difference. But I'm going to go to Registeel here, and I'm going to go for the T-Wave, hoping, you know, once it's T-Waved, Rhyperior can come and clean up, hopefully do some work. But I know Frostlass is still around, so I'm afraid of Frostlass's Blizzard. So I'm hoping to keep Registeel alive and just, you know, Thunderwave then S-Toss the thing. But it turns out that she's carrying Lumberry, which is so horrible, because it means, obviously, that it doesn't stay paralyzed, but it doesn't make too much of a difference because I'm actually able to finish it off with an S-Toss, die from the hail there, and my last is my Rhyperior, her last is Frostlass, and it looks like it's going to be her game here, because, I mean, Rhyperior is weak to Blizzard, and she's probably like Specs or something, and yeah, so she's going to go for the Blizzard. I'm thinking, can I live? Maybe, can I? And Rhyperior, who is the manliest man of the universe, lives on 87 thanks to Solid Rock, which is a phenomenal move ability. And I managed to take the victory with 87 HP remaining. So Choice Banded Earthquake cleans out Frostlass. Rhyperior just coming to the call of duty there, just tanking the Blizzard. I didn't really think it would be able to take a stab Blizzard from a Frostlass, but apparently it did. And yeah, it lives. Solid Rock. Loving that Solid Rock. Anyway, if you enjoyed, you can leave me a like. That would be greatly appreciated. If not, then whatever. You can leave me a comment telling me why not. And otherwise, check out my social links on the Twitter, FatGamebook, and Tumblr.coms respectively. All links will be in the description provided below, and I will see you guys probably on Tuesday or something close to that. So yeah, see you guys soon. Have a lovely rest of the weekend. Yeah, the stinking weekend, and I hope you enjoy Skyward Sword if you are playing it this weekend. I know that I still am, so I will see you guys later. Goodbye.